Brothers, there are certain people that are incapable of learning, they're incapable of reflecting, introspection, analyzing a situation, and recognizing that they have stepped in too far. Well, this guy, Internet Adjacent, is one of those people. He didn't get the message the first time, so he did a response to my response. And it is as ignorant, as petty, as backwards as you would imagine. This guy actually accuses my audience of being like Hassan's audience. Now, this guy is a serial liar. Nearly everything out of his mouth is a lie, a distortion, a distraction. He calls my audience like Hassan. My audience doesn't go to other people's chats and spam in their live stream all sorts of derogatory, ignorant, disruptive, just garbage. No. That's what your audience does. That's what you people do. And then you have the audacity to accuse me of the same thing. I have never once done a live stream where I've said, go to this person's chat and interrupt their stream. No, it's what you people do because you're projection artists. You accuse people of what you yourself are doing. And the reality is that none of the things that you accuse people of have any merit. It's all this completely erroneous, fictitious bullshit because you are pathetic. And I mean that genuinely. I'm not being insulting here. I'm talking in an observatory fashion. You people are fucking pathetic. There is no concrete, substantive evidence behind any of what you say. It's all, I made it the fuck up for content. And this guy even admits it in the video that, well, I'm just doing this to react to content. And he thinks that because he's in an echo chamber of like-minded losers, by the way, I have more subscribers than this guy, and he says that I'm a rando. Sure, I'm a rando in comparison to like Asmongold or Tectone or Naxaku. Nobody knows who I am compared to those guys. But compared to you, your name is Internet Adjacent. Could you pick a more bland and generic name? Internet Adjacent. Wanting to be like, oh, I want to be like harmful opinions or anything like that. The fact is, I have a good relationship with my audience because they trust me because I speak honestly about these issues, even if you don't agree. And the fact is, if you did agree, I would have to reevaluate. What the fuck did I get wrong? If you sad sacks of garbage agreed with me, I'd have to examine why. What am I doing wrong? Where did I err? Because if people like you, with your profound lack of ethics, your lack of intelligence, your lack of character, your lack of charisma, if you guys started to agree with me, I would have to re-examine. My content, I don't have to make excuses for. I like the people that I like. I make the content that I make. A couple years ago, there was a coordinated push, a huge push, that anyone that's being honest will say, yeah, that happened. There was a massive tidal wave of woke far-left identity politics bullshit in every facet of media. And at that time, I would make content that was a counter to that in any way that I thought was possible. No matter what I thought I had to do, I would do it. Because that was how dire the shit was. There was a phenomenon that I refer to as the grotesquification of women, which was modern Western women being offended at attractive women in gaming and actively coordinating this campaign to make women less and less and less and less and less attractive, including adding pronouns into the game, making characters non-binary, adding all these different things that are poisonous and intrusive and disgusting. When I made that video about anime titties and thighs save lives, that was an open act of rebellion during a time where that shit was pretty much persona non grata. You were not allowed to do that. In fact, if I remember correctly, YouTube basically took down my thumbnail. I think it may have been for the first time. I had to reorient those thumbnails because I wanted to make my point. I had to go through several different iterations. My point is that the content that I made back then is the content that I made back then for the reason that I made it back then. But we're in a different time period. We are in a different landscape. Wokeness has been routed. It has been pushed back. These fucking freaks are being fired from their jobs. These localizers are being replaced. This is all good. And now we can focus on other things, more important things. Unless you're internet adjacent and is gaggle of fucking retards. Then they go with the lowest common denominator, which is trying to attack people rather than ideas and corporations. Most of my content, believe it or not, is not directed at small content creators. It's not directed at people like Kuimon or internet adjacent because these guys are small. I don't direct my audience to go and attack people. I don't set my audience to go dox people the way that these people do. These people tried to dox me. Thank God they're fucking terrible at it, but it doesn't change the attempt. They also tried with Nuxtaku. Now, what is the crime? Well, I mean, according to this, there's a clip from Shondo, who, by the way, I did a video that was critical of Shondo earlier this week, where apparently Shondo said this.
If you and your audience don't trust me, then why don't I show off the content of the cunny VTuber you defended?
Whoa, sex, cunny, sex, whoa, plop, sex, cunny. Sorry if you clip this, I'm going to fucking Dark Souls you.
Yeah, it's weird. That's weird. But, I mean, this VTuber is an adult. Like, she's an adult. Do you know how I know she's an adult? Because she said that she's an adult. So, what is the implication here? Well, what is your grand plan here? Oh, no, she's a pedophile because her character is chibi form. Now, this isn't the normal form. He chose this. He cherry-picked this, which is fine. The clip is weird. There's no doubt about that it's fucking weird. But this fucking creep doesn't care about that. He doesn't give a shit about that. This guy wanted to criticize me because I pointed out that Destiny actually had CSAM material on his computer. And his counters to that are, well, but you don't care about this. I don't give a shit about this. Yeah, it's weird. But this is an adult that's doing something that I think the Bow the Whale is weird. I showed on my stream the other day when she was lusting after that, like, werewolf. That's fucking gross. That's real gooner shit. But the reality is that this guy is a liar. And he says things to his audience. I don't know if this sounds cool, but this guy was begging me to do a debate. Why don't you debate me, please? Why don't I debate you? Because you're bad faith. I don't do debates. I'm not a debate bro channel. That's what you people do because you have nothing else. You're not interesting or charismatic. You're not intelligent. You play this game because it's all you have. But for me, I don't give a shit. I'm a variety streamer. It's like asking why doesn't PewDiePie or Asmongold do debates? It's because, first of all, it's boring. For the most part, it's boring. Most people don't want to get in the minutia of stuff to that degree, where you're going to start nitpicking and arguing over every little tangential detail. Most people want a general sense of what's going on in the world, and that's what I provide, whether you agree with it or not. My content is designed to inform people about a whole wide variety of issues. Like, for example, I don't just talk about Hassan or, people in that orbit. I also talk about things like Disney. For example, for those who are not aware, I do also talk about Asmongold and stuff, but I just did a video about this. That Disney is doubling the price of their subscription service from $80 a year to $160. That is absolutely fucking criminal. I also talked about the Mizkif lawsuit, and I think that thumbnail is absolutely fire. I wonder how many people I grossed out with that. That is hilarious. That is a scene taken from The Last of Us, and I just superimposed Tectone in Mizkif. But yeah, I've been talking about the lawsuit. I've been critical of Shondo. VTuber Shondo's massive fall from grace. A video about chess. Asmongold talking about Mizkif. Hassan. The Democratic National Socialists. A video critical of Bao. a video critical of Pokimane. Talk about JD Vance, XQC, Miskit. Like, I do a whole variety. There's Bill Gates. My content is varied. I don't focus on one person because I don't have to. I can do a whole bunch of content and inform people about a whole bunch of stuff. And then Destiny. Destiny's response to the Emaru situation. Yeah, it was heinous. It was pretty bad. Ludwig. The No Kings riots. I did a thing about Neon, about Dan Clancy, about Silvervale's Discord where I was banned, and the reason why I was banned was so hilarious that I had to do a video on it because that was too funny because somebody got triggered by a post that I made or something. But and then Amaru's situation. My point is, I do a wide variety of content. I talk about a lot of different issues, a lot of different things in the way that I want, how I want. But the truth is that these people, they live in these bubbles where they're always looking for somebody to make them feel important or to generate content off of. And you can tell that there's no real passion or interest. These people lie as easily as they breathe. They make shit the fuck up. This guy in his video says, "Oh, you don't prove that we're liars." No, I do. Not only do people know that you're liars, because I do show the fact that you guys are major hypocrites. You guys will say one thing and do another. Like, you guys focus on one thing and do another. But at the end of the day, what I think gives you away is the fact that you are the type of content creators that I don't hate the most, but I do have up there in my top 5. Because you don't mean what you say. You're not honest. There's no integrity in what you do. You don't actually think that Nux is a pedophile. You don't actually think that Tectone is a pedophile. You don't actually think that Tectone is a rapist. You don't. You don't think that I'm a lolicon. None of the things that you say about me, you believe. And do you know how I know? Because if you actually believed that I was some kind of gooner lolicon that was in the shadows stalking and preying on kids, you wouldn't be treating the videos like it's just some content. You'd be taking it more seriously, but you're not. The truth is, you don't believe any of what you say. You don't. You're full of shit. You are a grifter. And do you know how I know? It's the quartering bit. I said in that video, I'm going to patch this out because I knew that they were going to use the quartering bit because I'm nothing like the quartering. And these people make that up because, I knew it was going to bother them, so I said it. If you are saying things because you think it's going to get under somebody's skin rather than it being true, that reveals a lot about you. I don't have to do that. All I have to do is show any part of you talking about my content, and immediately it becomes clear that you don't know my content, you don't know me, you don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to make fun of you as long as it amuses me. My audience likes this stuff, but my audience doesn't go to your channel. At least I would never tell them to do so. My people would never go to your channel, would never harass you in that way, but you are perfectly comfortable with that. In fact, you encourage that. People like you encourage that. You know how I know? Because you showed up in my very chat. For somebody that is supposedly some random, you showed up in my chat and you wanted to ask me questions in the middle of my live stream. Like you're fucking owed my time and attention, and you just do that. And the fact is that the reason that you do that is because you are a brand of content creator that is so fucking retarded and putrid and pathetic. You don't understand class or manners. You don't believe any of the shit that you say, but you say it anyway because you want to feed your audience, which is exactly what Hassan does. You want to accuse me of being like Hassan. You people are like Hassan. You have the same sort of left-wing opinion. You have the same sort of radical left-wing ideology. You lie and make things up the way that Hassan does. And you also have an audience of rabid, mentally ill people with no conscience and no critical thinking skills at all. None. Zero. Anyone who watches my content, and I mean really watches my content, knows what I'm about. It's not difficult. People understand what I'm about when they watch my content. Your audience are a bunch of degenerate fat spurgs. You know how I know that? Because these people project. I've been around the block long enough to know. I was during the Vic Mignogna situation. I got to know what your type of people are really like. There was a clip. I showed it a while back, but it was a clip of Nick Rekieta before his, fall off into madness. But it was him, and I don't remember the guy's name. Shane Holmberg, I think it was. Some gross looking creep with glasses. Bad faith, dishonest. The guy turned on his webcam and there was a shoe on his cutting board. The guy lived in a shithole. Spent all this day online trying to trash talk people because it's all he had. The dude had a fucking shoe on his cutting board. My point in saying that is it was that moment that I realized the type of people that are online. And so I have no problem engaging in people who disagree with me. But this is not somebody who disagrees with me. This isn't somebody that knows me. This is somebody that basically treats everyone that they don't like in the same sort of uniform way. Every pejorative, every name call. But for me, what I do is customized. What I do is customized. You are a small channel. You are insignificant. You try to call me a rando when I'm not looking to get content off of you. I mean, I'll make this video. I'll get a couple hundred views. Sure. I don't mind. I'll get some people to, super chat or whatever. They'll help support the channel. This may be interesting for them. But at the end of the day, this really doesn't affect me one way or another. You and your group of fucking freaks that, let's be honest. You may say that you don't like Destiny, but you are the type of people that probably originated in DGG because it's that sort of disgusting behavior. And what was that guy? JSTLK? That guy was a Destiny orbiter. That whole group of people, it reflects on you the type of audience you have, what you do, and how you yourself behave. So, yeah, if you want to watch the video, I definitely recommend that you go give it a little watch. But let's take a look at some of the comments here. Time to get the audience about who's the better content creator, the Quartering or Tactical Templar. You see? I told you. And if I click replies, every one of them is going to say the Quartering. Why? Because these people are fucking stupid. I told you. I said, yeah, that really bothers me. And these people, like clockwork, go, oh, well, he's totally like the Quartering. In fact, he's worse than the Quartering. Because they don't understand. These people are so fucking Dunning-Kruger, they don't understand. They don't get it. They don't understand why I don't like the Quartering. They don't understand why, even though I've explained it. The Quartering treats his audience like a fucking piggy bank. He lies to them all the time. He misrepresents the products. He sells outright scams to his audience. BetterHelp, Kami Kodo. Hey guys, established titles. Hey, do you need tax information? Well, my point is clear. My audience knows why I don't like the Quartering. And in fact, there's a running joke on my channel about Templar brand tampons. Yeah, that's right. Buy my Templar brand tampons. Why? What do I fucking know about tampons? Nothing. What does the Quartering know about coffee or selling a fucking book? What do a lot of these content creators know about the things that they sell? Nothing. But buy a box of this anyway for $59.99. It's a fucking joke. Although Internet Adjacent is so stupid and so genuinely devoid of any critical thinking, he'll probably go, can you believe this guy actually tried to sell, he tried to sell tampons for real, guys, because he's a fucking idiot. I genuinely believe that when dealing with these people, I am dealing with people that are 40 to 50 IQ points my inferior. People that are genuinely so dumb that they don't understand anything. Either that or this guy's a really good actor pretending to be dumb. But I don't think he's that good of an actor. I don't watch either, but maybe The Quartering. No clue on either of them. Well, from what I've seen, The Quartering... oh, hey, there you go. The Quartering has my vote. Who's the better content creator? Yeah, not you. Oh, yeah. Didn't like that one, did you? Didn't like that comment, did you? Yeah. Well, somehow he's not as insufferable. Yeah, probably because he doesn't talk about religion, which makes you people recoil. Templar, hands down, The Quartering has no soul. Based! Absolutely based! Out of nowhere! A Templar defender. Amazing. Templar is funnier. There you go. Oh, look, we got your boy. We got, you never learn, you drama farmer. No, he's not. Yeah, no, you are offended. You're milking it. Stop cupping. Based. Based. Is a furry. He is a furry. That's true. He didn't mention the allegation of him being a furry and changing his name. Somehow the Quartering wins this and I despise him. Templar delivers worst defense ever. Asked to leave Bible study. No, I've never been asked to leave Bible study. In fact, we're gonna read. We have to read Genesis chapter 5. We're starting at the beginning. Why does his face sound like a laugh track? Yeah, I can laugh on demand. Sure, when I'm trying to make a point. But I did think it was fucking funny, too. At the same time. You know? You're making fun of my laugh. Oh, man. Let's see. Anyone that says they're 15, but it's a fantasy, who the fuck cares, need to be the platform of the computer checked. Can't wait for the next video. Tactical Templar still can't stop lying. Yeah, because that's all these guys do. They make these dishonest titles. Everything about this guy is dishonest. Recently decided to respond to my video and to express to nobody. You were begging me. You were begging me to debate you, to, do something with me. Have me on your channel. Have you be on my channel, please, please. You can hear the type 2 diabetes in his voice. That's funny. Yeah. These people are so bad faith. They're so dishonest, and they're creeps, and they're weird. And by the way, Vosh was somebody that said that you were a pedophile if you watched anime, and then he's got like a lolly horse porn. So these people are projectionists. They are projectionists, and yeah, bad faith, dishonest. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a straight reaction to this guy's video, but you know what? After watching it, it's just not worth it. It really, and I mean that sincerely, it's not worth it. Doing the whole back and forth thing. What I guess I will say in conclusion is that people like this exist on the internet, and their main motivation is to just steal your time and energy. And I'll do videos like this every now and again, but to be honest, these people aren't worth my time. As small as they may think my channel is growing. We are almost at 27,000 subscribers. No one None of these guys have a channel that size. And I built this up brick by brick. It took me a long time, but I didn't have any insider access. I didn't have to debase myself the way that these guys do to make the most salacious garbage content. No. I give my unique opinion on topics. I don't consult or ask anyone's opinion or, what time are you doing this so we can collab? No, I just do my own thing. And if I like somebody, I like somebody. But I've seen Nuxtaku's apology video about Taiga and the other situations, and he's presented that he didn't have anything to do with Shadman. I think these people are lying. I think they're making it the fuck up. I think they make it the fuck up about a lot of people to feel better about their empty, worthless, meaningless lives. I think that that's evidently clear. That these people don't create, they can only destroy. And honestly, that's sad. This guy called me a Christian LARPer. This guy doesn't know what a Christian is. This guy is an internet basement-dwelling, red-tier atheist. Are you really going to let these freaks try to determine what the faith is? No, of course not. These people don't understand what real Christian values are. What, because you went to a non-denominational church, you think you understand Christ? These people, I bet you if you asked any of these people, without looking it up, what was Jesus' prescription for marriage? What was Jesus himself? What did he say about marriage? These people wouldn't know without looking it up. They don't understand Christian values or Christian ethics. They went to church twice a year. Christmas and Easter. That's when their parents took them. Non-denominational church. I don't know that for certain about this guy, but I'm making a guess. Because the story is very common. And then these people turn away from the faith and they end up not really ever understanding it. Jesus was a pacifist. No, he fucking was not.
You brood of vipers! How will you escape being condemned to hell? No! For you are like whitewashed tombs! All of you! Which outwardly appear beautiful, but within are full of dead people's bones, profaning my Father's house, and all uncleanness. For you also outwardly appear righteous to others, but within, stop making my Father's house a place of business. No! You are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. You build the tombs of the prophets. Who could you done to my Father's house? But in your actions, you now reveal that you are sons of those who murdered the prophets.
Well, brothers, that's going to do it. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel. If you want to go watch the original video from this guy, just bitch about me and complain and whine and moan and make things up and distort and exaggerate and just manipulate, then you can go watch the original video. It's on his channel, Internet Adjacent. But otherwise, I gave you the dirty rundown of the situation, and yeah, you don't really need to watch this video. It's garbage. It's long-winded. It's pedantic. It's fake. It's wrong. And the one clip that he showed that I thought was interesting was the one of Shondo, but I can condemn that wholly, and it doesn't really matter because, yeah, it's a content creator that I don't watch regularly, but at the same time, I think that Shondo says some pretty base things that are interesting. And no, I don't think that she's like pedo bait. She's an adult. She's an adult with a chibi form. Like, if you think that this is like pedophile stuff because she's an adult in a chibi form saying the word sex, then you're fucking retarded. You're genuinely retarded. You don't really give a shit about pedos. You don't really give a shit about anything. You voted for Joe Biden, so clearly you don't. Anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.